Hey everybody, it's Mike with Games Played Badly. Thanks for joining our mini painting live stream. That stream starts now. Hey everybody! I appreciate whoever's watching. This is something we've been playing for about a month. We right now have about 6 cameras running at the same time, so you're going to see us switching between various people painting. And with me, I have our friend Jamie, and I have Matt. These are number 1 and number 2 fan. They both started watching around the same time for the channel, so I'm not going to say who's who. And then I have my niece Riley here, and Riley is awesome. And I've done individual painting sessions with each one of them to kind of go through some of the basics. So that way for the stream, they wouldn't have as many questions, and it would be a little bit easier for them. So we have all these amazing printed miniatures that I printed, and they are from Novamini. So Novamini, excellent job. The bases they did, excuse me, they did include bases with these. I printed out some custom ones that I had backed on Kickstarter a while back. So these bases actually have a bunch of skulls and everything on them, so they're pretty awesome. Without too much further ado, we can go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hey.
Yes. So everyone kind of knows what they're going to do. Though one thing that I did do was I got... oh, geez. So I got these wet palettes for everybody. And these wet palettes are great. They come in a little kit here that looks like this. And it opens up, and inside there is brush storage as well. So everyone's getting one of these. I got some inexpensive paints for everybody through Vallejo, and I got some inexpensive brushes. And what I wanted to try and demonstrate today was the fact that this can be done inexpensively at your table with your friends and your family and the people that you love. That's who I have around me is 3 of my favorite people, plus Sean, who's over here off camera running everything.
Oh yeah, forget about me. Okay.
But I want to make sure that people understood that miniature painting is one of those things that I don't think a lot of people thought that they would want to do. But once you get started, it's really relaxing, it's a lot of fun, and it's not terribly complicated. So with my camera, I'm going to be demonstrating some techniques periodically that I use, and I've taught to the 3 people that we have here at the table as well. So let's go ahead and get started painting some amazing Nova Minis, and let's see how far we get. So along with the brushes, I have just a few brushes here with me. Typically you want to have a nice detail brush, a little bit larger brush to go ahead and be able to put your base coating on. And then I have a couple dry brushes here. And these dry brushes will be used throughout the stream. So everybody get started. One of the things that I like to do is, and I've mentioned to these guys, is take a look at the miniature that you have and figure out what elements are there. So, for instance, this is a creepy zombie Etten, which looks absolutely amazing. But it looks like he has some sort of either cloth or leather work on. Looks like he has some metal, so we're going to need some metallics in there. Looks like one of his eyes is hanging out of his head, so that's pretty cool. So all those elements, plus we have all these skulls on the base. And so we have to think about how we're going to paint all that. So I already kind of have a paint scheme in mind. I think everybody here does for their miniatures. I'm going to go ahead and lay down what are called base coats, which is basically your intermediate color. So you're going to do an intermediate color for everything, and then you can use a darker color for shade and a lighter color for highlights. So never start with a very dark color, and I know I'm looking at a camera even though I'm not on camera, but never start with a dark color just because it's really hard to shade down from that. So always start with what is called an intermediate. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start painting his skin, I think.
We're at table cam right now.
Oh. So
Ooh. And Walt Pretorius is in chat right now from Novaminis.
Hey Walt, how are you? These are amazing minis. I love the bell tower that Matt is painting because the bell in the tower actually moves. And that's a resin print, and it's just engineering. I don't know how they do it, but it was outstanding. These miniatures I have scaled up also 150% or so, just to make it a little bit easier for folks to paint them. Plus, I've also primed them white, so that way it's easier for folks to be able to see what the paint looks like on the miniature. I normally paint mine or prime mine black, but in this case we did white just for the stream, and also so people can see what the colors look like on their miniature. So I think I'm going to go green for this guy's skin, just because I think it's appropriately disgusting. Now, all of you pure Etten purists out there, I'm sure are going to yell at me, there are green Ettens, but this one is.
Well, they're supposed to be undead, so I think whatever the skin turns into
that's true.
is whatever it turns into.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what a wet palette is, excuse me, it is basically a sponge at the bottom of this tray and a piece of paper on top of that, and it helps keep your paints wet. So if you're doing, sometimes I'll paint over several days, and when I do that, your paints will dry out. So once you put this back into a case and seal it, they'll stay good for 2 to 3 days. This whole stream would not be possible without my husband, Sean, who helped set up the studio.
That's right. I mean, thank you.
With all the cameras. I like to thin down my paints, and the wet palette will do some of that for you. The reason being is it's better to put on thin coats than thick coats, especially if you have a highly detailed miniature, because what ends up happening is that thick paint goes and fills in all those cool details, so we don't want that. And the base coat is probably the least fun of all the stuff to paint, because it's just, you have to do it and you want to try and do it fast, but try and not get it where you don't want it, because that's just more cleanup for you in the long run. I am using a 2 brush. So brushes are numbered based off of their fineness. So this is a fairly thick brush just to lay down my base coats. When I go through and do detail work, I either use a 0 or you can use a sub-0, like a 3-0 or a 1-0, which are even tinier. Really depends.
Sub-0?
Sub-0. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have some giveaways today. I'm not sure if you noticed my Games Played Badly shirt. That is made by our resident shirt and merch expert, Matt, over at Gemmed Firefly. I wear all of his shirts almost all the time. I sleep in them sometimes too because they're super soft. But he actually, he discounted our shirt on the site. So if you go to gemfirefly.com and do a search for Games Played Badly, you can get one of these shirts for yourself. I think they're selling for $23. And on top of that, use our discount code BADLY15, BADLY 15 at checkout for 15% off your order. Matt's super generous. He's given me a bunch of shirts, and he I gave him the design for the shirt, and he had one prepped and ready to go within an hour. You know, he had it up on the storefront so that way I could start purchasing them. Everyone at this table has one except for Riley, and I ordered her one, but it won't be here in time.
Sorry, Riley.
And then, of course, Sean doesn't have one because I'm a tool.
Because you gave it to Matt, who is our #1 fan. I get it, whatever. It's a sacrifice I'm willing.
Actually, I had 2 of them for you. I gave one to Matt and one to Jamie. So.
Oh. You know. Guess being married to you doesn't get me anything.
A lot of heartache, apparently. A lot of heartache. Also down here on this table is where we do our Imperium for Initiate show, where we have been learning how to play Warhammer, and that has been a lot of fun. It's slowed down a little bit just because it's a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get back to it. The Warhammer stuff is very miniature based, obviously, and there's a lot of moving parts there to put everything together and get it painted. Oh, so I was going on about giveaways. We have giveaways to Gemmed Firefly, so you can get a shirt of your choice. You don't have to get one of ours. And I'm going to be giving away some Novaminis, so you too can have some of these amazing miniatures in your life. I am going to be giving away some of our famous stickers and magnets and all that goodness. And also, I believe I'm going to be doing a gift certificate to Drive-Thru RPG. So for those who don't know, I have a separate show on our YouTube channel called Session Zero, where I interview people who create games. And the cool thing about that is I get to know awesome creators and their games. And so I'm going to go ahead and give a gift certificate away so somebody can go up there and find a game for themselves. Now, these are tabletop role-playing games, not your typical board games. But awesome stuff. Really, really cool. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Bored yet? I kid.
I like the starting color that Matt's using.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So, Matt, what are you imagining for your bell tower?
Wooden top, and I'll try and make a gray for the stones, and I'm really excited to use the bronze for the metal accents.
That would be nice.
That really articulating bell is so cool.
And before we move on, my bronze is actually like plugged up in the.
Oh, okay. So I need my pokey tool.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
I believe Pokey Tool is upstairs. I will go fetch that in a moment.
That's fine.
Let's see, who should I switch to? Jamie.
So I'm using some Reaper paints. And Reaper's been my preferred paint just because that's how I learned. As a matter of fact, Matt, if he'd remembered to bring his stuff today, would have had a Reaper starter kit that I gave him a while back. And that's how I learned how to paint miniatures. And my friend Jeff, who you know from the Imperium for Initiates show, has been part of that journey. Started in probably August of 2020. Pandemic was dying down just a smidge, and really started painting. And so Jeff and I shared that, and we both started painting a lot again. And Reaper has been awesome. they have three different. Well, they have a bunch of different kits, but the kits that I learned from was how to do your base coats on a miniature and washes. Another one was dry brushing, layering, all sorts of blending, all sorts of really cool stuff, and it's made in a very accessible way. So you're painting your own miniatures that they provide to you with their paints and their brushes, and they give you exact instructions on what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. So highly recommended if you want to learn how to paint. Those kits are pretty inexpensive. I think they're about $30, and you get everything you need in one handy dandy travel case. Which is really convenient if you want to go to someone's basement and paint, right, Matt? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cannot find the pokey tool.
Oh no. Oh, the reason why I mentioned Reaper was because the pokey tool I have is something that they sell, but it was included in one of their virtual convention packs. So during COVID they had virtual conventions, and you would buy all of your miniatures, and they would send you like boxes of paints and everything. So that's where I got that from.
Do you want to use this pin as a pokey tool?
Well, we can, yeah, absolutely. But you can try and use that end if you want to, Matt.
Got it.
I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough. If not, then I'll just have to go and search for the pokey tool. It's got to be upstairs.
Yeah, I thought I saw it upstairs.
It was, I put it by the wet pallet up there.
Oh, all right.
So it might be on the other side unless one of the cats knocked it off. So for those of you who don't know us very well, we have 5 cats, and they're all rotten. All absolutely rotten, but they're adorable and we love them. So Riley is our resident artist. She is doing all sorts of amazing art stuff. And what were you telling me about, Riley, that you were one of the classes you were taking?
Metalworking.
Metalworking.
It's cool.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Right now I'm making like a sword ring out of silver.
Oh, wow.
And we had to anneal it because we only have like a really small piece because it's really expensive. Like a piece that's about like an inch wide and then like 4 inches lengthwise is like $100.
Oh, geez.
So you have to be very useful with it. So you have to anneal it, which is like heating it up and turning it foggy gray.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to stretch it with like a rolling mill.
So you get more out of it?
Yeah. And then you can cut out whatever you want. And then the next project is going to be wire wrapping out of like silver wire.
Oh, wow.
And you get to stretch that out, which is cool.
That is very cool. And these are all in her school. She goes to a public school here in the area. And this is all public school stuff. I didn't have this stuff in public school. Actually, I lie. I went to a vocational high school, and we had all sorts of classes, but nothing that cool. I had like auto shop and electric shop, wood shop, shop.
I had no shops in high school.
That's because your high school sucked. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. I won't name names, but Shamrock was her,
Right.
her mascot. No.
Rhymes with ain't Atrick.
No, I was in, what was I in? I was in photography club, which I kind of skipped out on a lot. But it got me out of gym class, which I liked.
Oh, yeah.
Yearbook, which got me out of a lot of other things. That was always fun.
Sounds like you're just a slacker.
Mm-hmm. Gotta know how to work the system.
Absolutely. One of the things that I always try and recommend people do is keep their brush pretty wet. Wipe off the excess on an extra piece of towel or whatever. But once your brush starts to dry out, then all of a sudden you start having more and more issues. And it can be a quick way to ruin a brush if you let paint dry in it. Also, when you're getting paint on your brush, don't dip it all the way in. Get on the tip. If it gets up into the ferrule, which is that metal part that holds all the bristles, and it dries, it can cause some damage to the bristles and everything. So, I do have a miniature painting playlist. If you go to youtube.com/gamesplayedbadly, you can go and take a look at all of our content. And actually, an easier way to do it is to go to gamesplayedbadly.com. Sean designed that website, and it has just about everything that I've done available at your fingertips. And if you're watching this right now, make sure to subscribe or follow us, or depending on what platform you're looking at us through. We're streaming to Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook right now. So YouTube subscribers would be awesome. youtube.com/gamesplaybadly, and you'll be notified whenever we have new.
Oh my.
Was that you?
No, that's not me.
I don't know what's going on. Someone is messaging me. I forgot to turn off the ringer on my phone, so I will do that. Games Play Badly is a group of people creating content. Sue and Jeff in Iowa are part of Games Play Badly. They're part of the inception of the entire thing. And Jeff is an accomplished Warhammer miniature painter on his own. He's also a pretty darn good DM. And it just kind of stuck because we really stink at reading rules. And so we'll end up being in the middle of a game and realize that we've been playing it wrong the entire time. So that's where the Games Play Badly came from. And Sean designed the logo. And our website. I do a lot of the content creation right now, but that may change. I think Corey is going to be coming on board for some Warhammer stuff, so that should be fun. He's a good guy. You'll like him. He's goofy. He's a pretty good miniature painter too, actually. Sean's no slouch, but he doesn't like to get any praise for anything that he does. So
I do it for the art, not for the praise.
Matt traveled about an hour to get here this morning, and I had everyone show up a little bit early so that way we could test cameras and make sure that everybody had their supplies and all that good stuff. But thanks for being here, Matt.
My pleasure.
And Riley, thank you for traveling 15 minutes to be here. And Jamie, I think you walked 50 steps, right, to get here?
Jump the fence.
Jamie is our neighbor. He lives right behind us. And we became fast friends, and he's been an ardent supporter of the channel ever since it started. And so I really appreciate that support. And it's always fun, with COVID, we didn't get a chance to hang out with people in person. So the more I can do in studio, the better. I don't know how well this is going to turn out with all of our cameras, but we're giving it a shot.
So working with gold paint is kind of interesting because I've noticed I have to keep going over and over again.
So yeah, it depends on if it's too thin. So a lot of times I don't put, that was something I did not mention to you. I apologize. I don't normally put metallics on wet palettes. Because it'll corrupt the sponge. So what ends up happening is it seeps into the sponge and then everything now has a glitter to it. It's alright, these come with an extra sponge and we can wash that out. Don't worry about it. But the other thing is when the actual sponge and the wet palette is thinning that paint out. And so that's the reason why it's not going on with one coat.
Learn something new every day, huh?
Now,
Withholding that bit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
hey, that's how I stay. That's
See how that
my
goes.
knowledge brings all the boys of the yard, or something.
Kind of. I mean, I did cross the yard.
You did, see?
Hey,
I
Matt,
ain't
Marcy's
lying.
on. She says hi.
Hi,
Hi, Marcy.
Marcy, Marcy, Marcy.
Oh, and Jeff is he's just so mad that he didn't get a shirt.
Oh, well, I can order him one.
So mad.
By the way, Jeff, that bowling shirt, where's that at? I got you that instead. You hobo. Alright, so I think that's a good base coat right now. I'm going to let that sit for a minute.
Well, since Marcy and your mom are watching, I'll switch over to Matt's cam.
The Match You cam. Do we have any cardboard? Let me just double check. That might be easier. Yeah, you know how, yes, we need some cardboard or some paper for you guys to be able to put your metallics onto. So that way you can use that. Also, when you're going to go and dry brush, you're not going to want to dry brush with paint on a wet palette because it just wets it. So let me find what I can find here.
My brass is still
Well,
stuck.
with this mad rush of Amazon
My
orders,
brass is
we
still
have
stuck. I'm
tons
not
of
gonna be able
cardboard
to
boxes.
Perfect.
Oh.
Can I have a couple more pieces, please?
Oh dear.
And Matt's brass is still stuck.
What's that?
He needs
He
his
needs.
brass- yeah, the
let
little
me
thing.
see if I can find a pokey
As
tool
much
for
as
you.
the pin helped, it didn't help
Enough.
much.
Yeah. There you go.
What is this for?
Thank you.
So that you can use if you want to do any dry brushing. You put your color on there and you can take it off that. You don't want the brush to really get wet, because then it's no longer a dry brush, it's a wet brush. So, just an extra place for your paint.
Good, he's gone.
Let's talk about him.
Welcome to the Sean Show.
Da-da-da-da.
For $1 a day, you can help these poor children, us three, learn how to paint.
In the arms of an angel.
And that's the end of games played badly.
Yeah, I really like that gold.
Right?
Thank you.
I'm going to try to I'm going to paint the cape something different so it really pops out.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime.
Very saint-like. Well, I mean, it is an angel, so.
Is it?
Let me turn up my radar.
So where do you recommend I put the gold paint so I don't have it on the... Can I use it on here?
You
Yeah.
can if you want to.
Okay.
It's probably, you know what, Jeff actually uses a ceramic tile for his palette if he's not using a wet palette because it doesn't permeate into the tile, it just sits on the top. The cardboard might absorb some of that, but it'll be alright.
Well, just way to. Oh, you know what? You could use my glass palette.
I thought you were going to say your glasses.
Use my glasses. Just put a bit of paint on there, dab it off. Where is my glass palette? Everything is everywhere. Oh, you know what? It's probably in the garage. That's fine.
I'll just suffer through it.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
okay.
just suffer.
It's okay.
Let's see what's going on with Riley's.
She chose the biggest one. That is a hill giant. It is such a cool miniature.
I'm gonna recenter your camera. Just a tad, just a skosh.
The skin color ended up more brown than yellowish.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Maybe he's freshly dead. Hasn't quite got to that.
Or
rank point.
maybe he died, but he was vacationing someplace south, got a lot of sun, You know, he has a healthy look to him while he's decaying. Never know, never know.
So after you get your initial base coat done, I'm just going to go through and clean up a couple areas where paint's not really where it should be. I've got his skin mostly done. I'm going to start working on all of his accoutrement, all of his belts and bags and all this other stuff.
I like how we're all just still doing the base coat, but Mike's already moved on to fine detail.
No, it's not fine detail. I'm still base coating everything.
Oh, this whole thing. Oh, this is nothing.
No, here, look, it'd be funny if I had a finished miniature underneath. And
Oh,
it's
like a cooking
whoop,
show.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go.
It's like a cooking show.
Yeah.
This is the finished product. You need an English
Something.
accent. Well, Julia wasn't English, was she?
No,
Yeah.
she just spoke funny.
A Julia Child?
Yeah.
She was from New England, though?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know.
So, yeah.
So if she spoke drunkenese?
Yeah, well, that was a problem. One for the bird, two for the chef.
Oh, hey, Rally, your mom's on.
Hi, Mom.
I'm glad everyone has support. Hi, Jamie. No one's here for you.
Oh,
Wow.
everyone that's here for you is here right here.
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
room.
The only friends you'll ever have are right in this room.
Right.
God, I feel so lonely.
Also, did you tell anyone of the stream?
Of course,
You did?
because it's about me.
Oh, okay.
Except Jamie's the one person who's like, I don't want the camera on me. I just want to have my minutes.
Actually, today, yeah, I know.
It's about the art.
Is it though? Is it really?
It's not about the fame.
I don't want to take the focus away from what we're doing.
Oh my God! Wow.
Oh, Dar says hello.
Hi, Dar.
Hi, Dar.
There we are. Well, now that my mom's on the stream, time to say the one thing you can't say on YouTube.
What's that?
I love you, Mom.
Nope, just let
Nope.
the idea permeate for a minute.
No.
Oh. Make your mom sweat.
Yep.
There goes your college career.
Before it even started.
Yeah. You ever... It's like that one thing that you have that group chat with your friends that if anything was ever leaked, you could never be president.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Just...
That's the one thing you're going to say live on 4 different streaming platforms.
Yep.
Just to make sure. All right, so when people watch me paint, I'm a brush licker. I always have been. It allows me to keep the tip of my brush tippy.
Well, and you also get all those essential vitamins and pigments
Well,
that your body is lacking.
Well, and it's funny because you can tell I've been painting because there tends to be paint all over my mouth and I don't even notice. So I look like a crazy person when I get done.
You gotta be the paint to paint.
Absolutely. Acrylic paints in general are pretty safe. If I'm not saying that people should ingest them or anything, but
So, like just drinking a whole
Yeah.
bottle of paint.
yeah, the metallics don't taste great. I will just put that out there.
Just not having a good day with metallics.
Let's see, what do I want to do? So I have a couple different paints here.
What? Oh, sorry.
So I have a couple different paints here. These are considered.
No, it's your personal cam, not the
Okay.
cam. So yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yep.
So these are quick shades from Army Painter. I also have some contrast paints from Army Painter that I have not used yet, and I really want to use them. But these are basically washes in a bottle. So if you want to create a wash, you basically thin down a paint until it's fairly runny, and you place that over your miniature, and it settles in all the recesses. And so that's like a quick shade for folks. I am going to attempt to use that at some point. I'm just not sure where. So I am going to go through and I think I'm going to do all my my leather pieces.
Don't you think you should have done that first before painting the skin, though?
No. Well, everyone has their own process. I do the skin first.
Oh, so you just do you.
Can I have that pokey tool, please?
Yeah.
Does anyone have the pinking shears?
Oh, there's the pokey tool.
Yes, I found
You
it
found
upstairs.
it? Oh.
It was under a can of rough or what are those things? Pringles.
Oh.
You should go through if you're gonna have paints and you're not gonna use them for a while. Make sure you go and give them a shake, just to kind of keep them good. Matt had a paint that he hadn't used, and it went absolutely solid. So try and.
I'm still not really sure how that even happened.
I think it may have been just a bad paint. I may have shipped that way.
Great job, Matt. Great job.
First you let them dry up, and then you don't bring them.
Up
Yeah.
and down to number 2, huh?
Yeah.
While I'm waiting for that to dry, do you mind if I go grab something?
Go ahead. No, you can't leave.
I want to go home.
You know, he grabs a cab. Bye. I'm out of here.
It was a trick. Oh no.
Just pull.
Pull.
There you go. You're just all indentured painters, mini painters.
Absolutely. No, they can't keep any of these. I'm selling them.
Yeah. This is a painting sweatshop.
Actually, if it was going to be a painting sweatshop, I'd have them paint all those Warhammer figurines that I have.
Oh, hey, Riley, your dad's on. Hey, Paul.
So, yeah, this is an inexpensive thing to do. It's a great thing to do with family, especially if you have younger to intermediate children who have the patience to sit and paint. Doesn't take all that much. I think that probably the biggest expense would be if you're going to get a miniature. But if you have a 3D printer, you can print out a whole bunch of them. Originally, I was going to find some and print them, but Novamini has been in the TTRPG community space on Twitter for a while, and I wanted to focus on what they have to offer. Sean, did you have something?
No.
Sean, you dare speaketh.
Yeah, I tend to do the biggest areas first on a miniature, because if I start doing the small stuff and I go to put a base coat on skin or whatever, and I get it all over the small stuff, it's a lot more difficult to fix. So, big stuff first for me. What kind of gross stuff have you found on your miniature, Riley?
There's a hole in his head and you can see his brain.
Ooh. I know one of these miniatures has... Oh, did you notice the sword through his chest? Sword through his chest. This guy's got an axe in his head.
And his guts are falling out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a bad Monday.
Very bad for him. So, we're coming up on about 40 minutes into the stream. I think it's going to be a time for a giveaway here.
Jeez, 40 minutes already.
Time's flying.
That's the reason when people are like, how long is the stream going to be? I'm like, I don't know, because once you start painting, you kind of lose track of it all.
Can't remember if I had plans today.
You don't now.
Plans?
Painter for life. Painter for life.
One of us. One of us. So for the stream, I don't know that folks are going to finish their miniatures completely, and that's just fine. I just wanted to spend some time with them and share that experience with all of you. It's again one of those things where it slows life down a little bit, and you get a chance to really enjoy folks. Although we're not talking all that much, except for me. That's fine. Maybe that's the reason people are talking, because I'm talking too much. Sorry.
But you have the gift of gab.
I do.
No, I'm just thinking of the movie The Wiz.
Random.
Okay. And why?
Maybe you shouldn't ask.
I don't know. Just the movie The Wiz.
Well, all right. Is Dar still watching?
Perhaps, but I thought you were just doing this for the art.
Oh, no, I was going to tell her, you got a weird kid.
Oh, well.
She knew that. That's the reason we love him. So one thing I'm noticing on this primer is still a little tacky on these. And when you prime stuff, if you're in a cold state, keep your primer inside during the cold months. So that way it functions properly. Because if it's cold and you attempt to spray it, it just splatters and it doesn't really dry properly on the model, which is what happened here. It shouldn't affect the paint too much, I don't think, in the long run, but we'll see.
What's so funny, Jamie?
I'm so sorry. I'm thinking if they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold. Bring your paints inside. Paints at the window, just looking at you in your warm house.
For just 20 cents a day,
You
this
can
bottle
keep
of
this-
paint can be warm.
Yeah, and if you're going to prime and it is cold outside, go ahead and do your priming outside quickly and get the miniature back inside so it can dry properly. It's not going to dry very well if it's left in a cold area. So, okay, he's got a weird little bandolier. It's like he's going to IML or something.
What's IML?
Nope, we're not going.
Nope, we're not. Look it up.
No, don't.
Well, maybe his bandolier is keeping his guts inside his body. I mean,
Could be.
he's having a bad day.
He is having. a
Probably
very
needs
bad
all the
day.
help he can get.
Yeah. I'm doing something. I put it this way: when you're painting a miniature, if you can't see it, they can't see it. Don't paint it, unless you're obsessed by it and you want to. That's fine, but not really necessary. Also, normally I use a magnifier to do this painting, and I'm not using one today. But when you use a magnifier, it is terrifying because you can see every blemish, every mistake, everything, which to the naked eye isn't even visible. So don't worry about that stuff. If it looks good to the naked eye, it looks good. So, how many folks are on right now? I'm just curious if I should do a giveaway now or later.
I don't know this YouTube stuff. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure it out. How do I do this?
Well, they're not only watching from YouTube, they're going to be watching from Twitter and everything.
Oh,
So,
yeah, so maybe.
well, what I'm going to say is I am thinking of a number 1 through 75. The first person to put the correct number in chat gets a prize.
$1.
Wrong game show.
Oh.
So 1 through 75, whoever comes up with a number closest to what Michael is thinking of.
Well, can't Google that. And I'll
Yeah.
tell.
Eli is on.
Hey.
And he says that your eyes are good, but that he needs a magnifier on them.
Oh no, my eyes aren't good.
No, your
I'm
eyes
just-
are horrible.
Yeah, I'm just not using a magnifier right now.
But they're so pretty and blue.
That's the reason why I can't cover them up with a magnifier.
All right.
Also, I look like a dork on camera.
So Sailor Jeff has 69.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Predictable. Dar has 23.
Uh-huh.
Where are you getting all those comments from?
From chat.
But on YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube.
What is Jeff saying?
Make mine dry a little bit.
Jeff is saying that your model is ugly and should probably start all over. Go back to school.
Sounds good. I like it.
And someone said 8.
Interesting.
Oh, it's Jamie. Did you specify?
Yeah,
who was in this group?
in studio participants are not eligible.
Ah.
It's
Boo.
not getting any love today.
Exactly.
Marcy says 53.
All right. Well, I'll give it another minute for answers or anybody out there. Number 1 through 75. Closest wins a prize.
Is it your crappy model? I mean.
Wow. Way to urinate on the entire stream.
Sorry.
Okay, we can go off. It's fine.
I say it with love.
Mm-hmm. Dry. Any other guesses? One through 75.
You are brush liquor a lot, don't you?
I do.
Thank God you're not painting with asbestos.
Eli says 34.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably one of those kids that like ate mud and dirt and glue and roadworms.
Well, I will say that Marcy is the winner.
Really?
My number was
Congrats,
56.
You did it, Marcy.
Congrats, Marcy.
And you get a gift certificate to Gem Firefly for your very own t-shirt of your choosing.
Ooh.
I guess I'll just take that home with me.
Psst. I don't have it. I have to buy them, so you'll get it eventually. I know where you live.
My gosh, Michael, are you hungry? Did you eat enough? You're like sucking down that paint like you haven't eaten in a day.
Uh-huh. So one important thing that I try and do is I try and keep the paints that I'm using off to the side, so that way I know which ones I use, because otherwise if I have to go back, I don't remember what my base coats are. There's actually a really good app for your phone called, what's it called? I did a whole video on it. Paint Rack. Paint Rack is great because you can go through and keep track of your colors that you're using for all your miniatures when you're painting, so that way if you have to step away or you're done for the day, you remember which ones you used. Alright.
So Eli is recommending that you use brush conditioner to keep those bristles together longer.
Yes.
But I don't think it's for the bristles. I think you. Oh my gosh. You just love the.
Yeah. No, I actually do have brush conditioner. I did a video on brush maintenance. Yeah.
But I think spit seems to be.
Spit is really good. When you drink as much as I do, it's paint thinner.
Well, we are fans of Malort, so
Ah.
I don't think paint is a big of a stretch.
All right, let's see.
Just when I think I'm done with this gold, I find a new spot that I need to paint. That's gold.
Right. I am debating on what color to paint this. I am ill prepared for today's stream. Not sure if that looks more like he has a leather skirt on, or if it looks more like it might be like a gunny sack type thing, like a potato sack or something.
Oh yeah.
Burlap.
Burlap maybe.
I don't want too much brown because I think it's boring, and there's not enough contrast. So,
I like your bell.
Thank you.
The belt looks good, yeah. If you drop a nice black wash in there, it's gonna highlight all that stuff. It's gonna look so good.
So, Sean suggested I add some of the like a rusting brass color to it to make it more Halloweeny.
Could do that.
Because you guys got zombies. Jamie has a gothic statue, and I'm just over here with my 16th century bell tower.
But it was meant to be in a graveyard, so that makes it spooky.
Well, I suggested that, since it's Halloween, just throw a bunch of blood at it.
Just random blood.
Just random blood.
Yeah, I mean you could flick your brush at it if you want to.
I mean, what says Halloween than like gushes of blood
Yeah.
on things.
There's a neat zombie minotaur over there.
There is.
Maybe if I have enough time for a second one.
If not, you can take it home with you.
Magic. I already got my prize for the day.
Yeah, I mean everyone's keeping their miniatures, so if you don't finish them here, you can finish them at home. You know where to get more miniatures if you need them.
The store.
Called my basement.
Get some miniatures in my basement.
So I also got a new 3D printer down here. So I have a resin printer through Creality, and I went through and got a Creality FDM printer now. That one also has a laser cutter on it, so I could do engraving and cutting and things like that. So we're going to start playing around with that a little bit. Maybe make some tokens for Warhammer. That'd be kind of fun. Ooh, look at how shiny that statue is. That looks awesome.
I don't mind going over it a couple of times because it's filling it in very nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It reminds me of the Lady Liberty at the
on top of the stock exchange.
No, at the Congressional Building in Cuba.
Look at you pulling out all your fancy places you've been.
Well, that's what I do.
Matt, you got a compliment from Sailor Jeff. He says that it's you have some good blending going on.
There we go.
It's a little nerve-wracking that Jeff is watching because I watch his videos when he's painted it and done stuff.
Oh, I listen to nothing he says. He's no expert. Barely listen to Mike.
Yeah,
Right, baby?
barely is a stretch.
And I say that with love and joy in my heart.
Mm-hmm. Joy for sure. Nothing makes you more joyous than avoiding me.
I need to stay happy too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really running into an issue with what to paint the rest of this. I thought I had him down, but now I'm kind of concerned. I know what I'm going to make his belt a darker color. It just seems like brown town. Brown, 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 and brown.
Well, you know, in the fashion world, isn't that called, let's see, color blocking?
Color blocking, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one does want to hint of color.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is so funny. So this paint is called Ebony Flesh. I didn't shake it up well enough. And what came out was, what color is that?
Blue.
Yeah. It's one of the base colors that they use to make this. So.
It came out blue?
Yeah. Because it was a suspension medium.
Oh, and what color is it supposed to be?
A dark brown.
Oh, interesting.
So. Normally I don't suggest mixing your paints with the brushes that you actually want to use. I gave everyone here a crappy old brush that's kind of been seen better days. That way you don't end up ruining your point on your brush. But I think most of the brushes down here are kind of seeing the end of their days. I have a brand new set of brushes that I haven't even opened yet.
Yeah, Jeff is recommending getting a vortex mixer. Which,
I have one.
Don't we have one?
We do.
But it doesn't work as well.
Well, you know what it is? I didn't want to have it on the table because we have all the cameras attached to the table. And so if I start vibrating, all the cameras start vibrating. But yes, I've used it. I do have it. I don't have a fancy vortex like Jeff does. I don't have that Navy money. I got a cheap knockoff.
Marcy is liking the green of your Etten.
Thank you.
Are Ettens normally green?
No. Well, I don't know. I guess it could be any color you want them to be.
Yeah.
This one got a little too close to some radioactive source and now it's green. I don't know. He's hulking right now.
Well, alright, so Ettens are related to what in the fantasy world?
They're a type of giant.
Oh, they're a giant. Okay.
I believe so. But there are lots of giants, right? So you have frost giants and mountain giants and hill giants and things like that. So all of those are related from the standpoint of they're large, giant size, but they can look completely different.
But Ettens are peculiar because...
They're two-headed.
Oh, I get that. Well, like, I'm trying to figure out their lineage. So did they descend from, like, I don't know, like maybe one too many giants were sleeping with their brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I don't know.
And this is what happens.
Right, I don't know.
You know, it's Uncle Daddy or cousins, and like, oh no, it has two heads.
Whoops. You said you was my first cousin.
But Uncle Daddy.
Well, all your Appalachian
Yeah, we
subscribers
just lost
dropped
all
off.
of them. We just lost all of them. Sorry. We lost all the sister wives too.
Oh, Walt says that they're descended from orcs.
Are they?
I bloody knew it.
All right. So Walt, if people don't know, is from the company that actually made these miniatures or made the STL files for these miniatures, called Novaminis.
Thanks, Walt.
I will have a link to all of their information. What?
Sorry. The whole Uncle Daddy thing. Jeff is like, Sean, stop making fun of where I live.
We just lost the state of Iowa.
Dang it.
The entire state. All right. Well, we're coming up on an hour. I'm thinking maybe we take a little break. Everyone can step away from the table, get something to drink, relax, go to an intermission.
Yeah, that's fine. How long of an intermission would you
Maybe
want?
15 minutes or so.
15 minutes?
Yeah. So, all right, everybody, stick with us. We'll come back refreshed and ready to go. I just don't want these young folks to end up with carpal tunnel.
No, they'll be eating paint like you.
Okay, that's me. Boy.
Gotta love that. So tasty.
Okay.
All
We'll be
right.
back.
See you guys in 15.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are back. It is a beautiful day here in Chicagoland, and we are on the deck just enjoying some sunlight because being down in a creepy basement all day, it is what it is. I was hoping it would be really bad weather today, so it'd be really easy to want to paint, but instead it's glorious. 80 degrees, whatever. Anyway, but here we are. We're here for you. We're here for you.
Well, you're here for them.
The rest of you are owe me a favor.
The rest of us are captives.
Yeah, right. Again, this has been a labor of love. We have all the cameras set up. Sean did amazing work on this stuff. I can't say I thank you enough. Well, I can because I'm going to have to go out and buy him a really nice dinner. And I appreciate those of you who've decided to join us and watch. We're having a good time. I am actually having a problem painting my miniature because I've been painting Warhammer miniatures for so long. If it's not McCrag blue, I don't know what to do. So I'm having a little bit of an issue with mine, but everybody else is doing great. I mean, Riley's looks fantastic. Jamie's doing a great job. Look at Matt and his bell tower. So we're going to just keep on sallying forth and see what happens. What did I say?
Riley's doing amazing. Johnny's doing good. Matt's over there.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, Matt's just doing what he's doing. He's alright.
Good job, Matt. Good job.
Good job.
Thanks.
Participation trophy.
It hasn't slowed me down before.
So I am still base coating. I think a lot of us are still base coating. Yeah.
What do you do when your brush has little frilly things? You just
Lick
cut
it.
off? Huh? Oh God.
So when it has little frilly things.
Yeah, you like some of the brushes look kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's when you go ahead and get it wet, and then you can take it in your paper towel and kind of draw it through it to kind of get the point back. When they start doing that a lot, that's when the brushes are starting to go.
I just got this.
I know. No, that's the reason I'm saying I don't think. I think it just needs to be reformed. The other thing I think I've mentioned this to everyone here, but there's no such thing as a useless brush. So when brushes start to go, don't throw them away. You can always trim them down for dry brushes or use them for mixing brushes or something. There's always a purpose for them. It's not like they're terribly expensive unless they are terribly expensive. Natural hair brushes can be really expensive, and those need to be taken care of really well. You don't, with sable hair brushes, which is one of them, but they're natural hair brushes, so there's an animal that did not die. They're shaved, and their fur is harvested to make those brushes. But with those brushes, I don't do metallics with those at all. I always use a synthetic brush because metallic paints are really hard on brushes. So anybody who's painted Warhammer figurines will tell you this. There's a lot of metallics in that paint scheme, and so brushes tend to go the way of the dodo, or they can pretty quickly, especially if you don't maintain them properly. So that's the reason why it's important to keep your brushes rinsed and don't let paint dry out in them. And then if you have time or you have the materials, use a brush conditioner and a cleaner. I have a whole video on brush maintenance. Which is a statement I never thought I would ever say, but I do have a whole video on how to maintain your brushes. I also have another video on how to use wet palettes, their uses and all this other stuff. Wet palettes are really, really handy especially in the Midwest when it gets cold and you have your heat on, because the air gets really dry and paints dry out really, really fast. So I highly recommend them in general. But especially if you're in a state where you're going to be turning on heat and during the winter months, definitely get a wet palette. It's going to save you frustration and it's going to save your paints.
Gotta keep those paints warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're cold, they're cold.
I'm going to tell you, there are so many different things about paints that I never realized until I started painting that I was like, wow, there's a lot there. It's all chemistry, physics, whatever.
Chemistry. Well, maybe a bit of physics. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know.
I'll show you physics here in a minute. When we start doing washes, those are gravity based.
Or I just start throwing my miniature around.
There you go. So Jamie was actually on a show with me early on. We the only in studio interview I've done actually. So that's his claim to fame.
Oh yeah.
About his Facebook groups. One of them is a wrestling group, and the other one is a Star Trek group, and they're both LGBTQ oriented. How are those going, Jamie?
So far, so good. I mean,
Pretty interesting wrestling season, right?
yeah.
I mean, when you start thinking about Vince McMahon and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun to watch the world of wrestling without him in it because he's been such an integral part of it for so long.
Now his kids took over, right? Or his daughter?
His daughter is the main, like she's co-president, and whatever title, but she's second by her husband.
Oh.
Yeah,
So he married into the position.
yeah,
Dirty bastard.
smart man.
I guess, yeah, you're right.
Marrying for love, please.
Whatever. I'm married for wrestling.
Moses has joined us.
Hey, Moses.
Hi, Moses.
Hey,
So for those who don't know, Moses is Jamie's husband. For those who care. So sorry, girls. Jamie's taken. And boys.
What are Jamie starts on AEW?
I don't know them.
What's AEW?
Some,
Knockoffs.
yeah.
Some
Who asked? Moses?
Yeah.
ne'er-do-wells.
I knew it.
And you also have a Star Trek group. And Star Trek has been outstanding. I mean, the franchise has seen a resurgence like nobody's business.
Yeah, it's been fun to manage that because when I started managing or running it, created it and whatnot, there really wasn't any Star Trek. Well, there was, right? The old stuff, but...
There wasn't anything on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just blew up again.
Yeah. Both Sean, Jamie, and I also play the Star Trek games on our phones. I play the one that they don't play, which I play Starfleet
Fleet Command.
Star Trek Fleet Command, and they play Timelines. And did I tell you I just got Boimler in mine? Yeah, I mean it's pretty awesome. He's
Boo! I've had one. We've had like several.
Yeah, but mine's
versions of
better.
it.
You know what I love about those? So in my game, all of those lower decks characters have a stat called unfit to lead, so they can't be on the bridge. So they have lower deck abilities, and that's it. It's fantastic, and they're really really good too. Yeah, Star Trek has been fantastic lately. I'm just super super happy with it.
With the games, the shows.
No, Star Trek, the shows.
The shows.
Yeah, I mean, the games are really good too. I mean, the graphics they have in those phone games, I'm like, holy smokes.
Well, I mean, phones are, most phones are more powerful than a laptop.
No. But they can run the space shuttle.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it depends on your laptop, I guess, right?
I'm sure, but I mean, for the size to computing power, I mean,
I've had that equated to me.
by whom?
Myself.
Okay, because I love you with
Uh-huh.
love in my heart. Enjoy.
To love
my
me
words.
is to know me is to love me.
And joy in my words. I don't believe that.
So we've talked about Riley. We've talked about Jamie. What's going on, Matthew? How's school?
It's fine. It's fine. I just started my new class last Monday.
Okay.
It's a cultural and ethnic class, so that's gonna be neat to learn about. I also had a assignment due tomorrow.
Which you're not gonna get done because you're on this freaking stream.
No, I did that last
Oh,
night at
okay.
midnight.
Smart.
See?
Yeah,
So on top of
that's my boy right there.
I
Yeah.
aced it. I
Nice.
dissed him. Yeah, so the class looks fun. Cover some things I already knew. Psych is going well. Both my histories are going well.
Good.
I gotta admit, they have much better food than my high school. I have had like good fish from there twice, and I haven't gotten food poisoning, so that's a win.
Ooh.
You have the nerve to have fish outside of like. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It was cod twice, but it was pretty good.
Hey.
Nice.
For the 2 days I'm there, it's a pretty good lunch.
I didn't peg you as a fish eater, but there you go. I figured you're more of a hot dog hamburger man.
I will. Funnily enough, I don't like hot dogs. I just don't.
Ejected. No.
My dad used to take me to Costco a lot, and I would always get that.
The $2 dogs or $1.99 dogs,
Yeah,
or whatever they were.
My sister, Megan and Mark, would always eat the hot dogs, but I would never. I would just get
A fish sandwich.
I would get a strawberry frozen yogurt parfait thing.
There you go.
I don't know why. I just never liked the hot dogs. Burgers.
And they're Nathan's hot dogs, aren't they? They're pretty good.
Nathan's?
I don't think they're Nathan's. I think it's Costco brand, like Giganto dogs. I mean,
Whatever they are, people rave about them.
They're-
So
like big and.
they are big. Well, baby, I know you can take it. I mean,
Michael Goodrich. How could you?
yeah, I think now I'm starting to see.
nerve to tell us to watch our mouths.
Hey, I just alluded to it. I didn't say anything specific.
Or just talk about
It's
hot dogs.
innuendo.
Yeah, if they can get away with it on Disney, they can get away with it here.
True.
Wow. Oh, I don't know. YouTube. Doobie. The censors are watching me right now.
So Marcy says she's very proud of you, Matt.
Aw.
Aww.
That's probably the nicest
So-
thing she's ever said
I know.
in general.
I wonder if that is your
Now,
sister.
now she's laughing on the couch right now.
Yeah.
I can see it.
You're getting a wedgie when you get home.
It's two sides of the same coin thing. She's gonna yell at me, but she made me breakfast before I came here, so that was
Aw,
nice.
that was
That's
nice.
so nice.
How are you doing over there, Riley?
Good.
You happy?
Finishing up the leather.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the middle of leather too, actually. I think my paint might be a little thin down, which is fine. It's what I prefer, but I'm. So, where's my camera there? There.
Oh, sorry. I was on Riley.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me switch. There you go.
So if you notice, this paint is pretty thin down, but it gets darker in the creases, which is kind of what I want anyway, right? And that is, it's not. I'm not purposely doing a wash, and this is almost like a contrast paint because it's already white underneath. Because the paint is thinned out, it doesn't coat the top as well, but it really sinks into those grooves. So that's kind of what we're seeing here, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm at with this right now because I just realized that this poor guy has facial hair and all sorts of stuff. And
He does?
I think, isn't that what that is?
Oh my god.
I would worry less about the beard and more about the axe that's like a couple inches deep
Absolutely.
into his cranium.
Well, but I mean, because he has hair on top of his head, or is that his head splitting open?
Could be that, or it could be like drool or foam. You know, I guess.
Yeah, that's a lot of foam.
I realized I intentionally started painting the Virgin Mary.
You've been indoctrinated.
Oh my god! What the heck?
Oh my god!
Oh, Hail Mary.
Full of something.
Full of.
What? But that's
Full of something.
Yeah, it's full of something.
Full of unsubscribed.
Yeah. I just lost the Catholics.
Oh, we lost the Catholics. Oh, wow.
Oh, I lost the Catholics years ago. It's fine.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah, you totally are. Like, that's a statue in a church.
Yeah, I did not mean to do that.
Oh, Lord.
I was just thinking, I forgot what video game where they have that cool leather blue jacket. I think it's Assassin's Creed. So I was thinking, let me paint her cloak like that. But looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen this lady before.
Hello.
Like, she's visited me in the cracker.
When you pray the stations.
I think I saw her on some toast once.
No, that was her son.
He's toast people.
Toast people. Oh, we're getting banned everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be off the internet. We're going to be so black hole in the internet, no one's going to be able to find us.
The Vatican is renouncing us right now.
The first and last painting live stream. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me. I had quite literally nothing else to do.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, good and...
Well, even if we had, it was canceled. For us.
You've been canceled.
I was going to play Yokai Watch on my couch for the next 12 hours, so this is a nice distraction.
Different couch.
Less padding, more friends.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm going to plug something. We are going to have some Lou Malnati's pizza when we're done with all of this. So, Lou's is fantastic. Actually, my favorite pizza in the world is Pequod's Pizza here in Illinois. And if you are down in the city on Webster and Clybourne, they have a spot. If you're in Morton Grove, I think that's the original. They might have another one. It is so good. If you have not had it before, you need to.
Deep dish is the best type of regional pizza. That's all I say. And there goes New York.
Yeah, if we had New York, they're gone. Go Yankees, though. They're doing... You have my Anthony Rizzo, so... I'm a big Cubs fan, so you have my Anthony Rizzo, and you better pull it together.
So, Marcy is asking what Riley is painting.
Riley, why don't we switch to Riley's cam, and why don't you show
Is he
to
like
the
an
camera?
ogre? This?
That is a hill giant. It's a zombie hill giant. So everything we're painting outside of... I shouldn't say everything. The two fun people on this side of the table, Riley and I, are painting zombies. And our other friends who are really good at what they're doing are painting objects.
What would characters be without a set?
Well, that's exactly right. So this actual miniature set from...
Nova Minis? No. Oh, sorry. Oh. Switching. Hold on. Oh,
So
no. Well, I'm sorry.
Technical
I'm
difficulties.
new.
Yeah, exactly. New phone, who dis? So this actual set from Nova Minis is was it not meant to be a zombie, or it was not meant to be a Halloween thing, but I was looking for something through there that would work. This set is a printable group of STLs. It has the ones that you're seeing right now, the set pieces basically, and the Hill Giant and the Etten, and we have Zombie Gnolls, Zombie Humans, Zombie Elves, all sorts of stuff. But what it also comes with are buildings. So there's a mausoleum that you can print out and put together, which I really want to do. And now that I have my FDM printer, I can do it because those are really big pieces. But it has everything you need to run a cemetery adventure. Riley, as a test piece, when she was over, I had her paint a sarcophagus that goes into the mausoleum. And so it's just fantastic stuff. So if you get a chance, go to Nova Minis and take a look. I believe on Twitter they're at Nova Minis. They have a tremendous amount of variety. And they're all really, like, when I printed these out, I was stunned by the quality. So I think this cost me $41 maybe for the entire set. And I can print as many as I want. So there you go. If you have something you need like that. Also, I will throw out there, I use another subscription service to get miniatures, and they put out a ton of them. And those are some really good quality ones. I think Novamini actually has a subscription service, so check them out. They're pretty amazing. Yeah. Anyway,
What I was saying is, I like that green you're using, kind of coppery.
I think it's green titanium. So yeah, I'm using it as a little rust because it's supposedly a graveyard bell. Nobody's gonna be cleaning this.
not in the graveyard that's at. No.
Ooh, guess who's on?
Who's that?
Duncan.
Duncan. What's going on, Duncan? How are you?
And he says hello to Matt.
Hey, Duncan.
Chopped liver. I get it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I only had Moses. The only person that joined to see me was Moses, and he just wanted to make sure I cooked dinner.
You wash the dishes? Okay, cool.
When's dinner? So hungry.
Come home!
I don't know how to operate the stove.
Oh, Moses is an amazing cook in his own right. So good. Best neighbors on the planet. Could not have asked for better. Wow. Get out.
Yeah. Oh man, her hands are like covering some difficult spots. Ah, crud.
What you, if you have areas like that are behind something or what have you, they could be solved with a wash, so that way you get some paint on there.
Yeah, but I'm doing blue, so I don't want it to.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
She's in pretty pristine quality.
I do want to give her a wash, though.
Yeah, we'll play around with that. Washes and dry brushing are the two techniques that make your miniatures look like you spent a lot of time going through and like lining all these dark areas and stuff like that. But they're some of the easiest things to do. They're a little intimidating from the standpoint of it could make or break a miniature if you do it the wrong way, but most of the time you're okay. I'm just going through and touching up my base coat as I'm doing everything else for the flesh because I missed a couple spots. Yeah, I don't know if that's... the curious thing about this miniature is where the axe goes in. I don't know if it's... What's coming out of that is somebody split his wig. You know, like his hairline. Or if that's like goosh. Should I make that maybe red so it's like blood coming out? Like it's an action shot? Or it's been there for a while?
Well, yeah, probably dried blood. As opposed
So
to
darker, like a
fresh.
burgundy.
I mean, it's undead. It was probably attacked while it was undead. So
I would
think
hope
a
so.
bit of dried blood.
No. Okay. So I have the chains. Yeah, for some reason this dude has facial hair. I think that is...
Well, hair and nails continue to grow, so they say.
But it just means that it's something more that I have to figure out to paint.
Walt says it's hair. But I think it should be a mix of hair and dried blood.
Well, I think that's probably right, yeah.
He says he has a split mohawk. I'm like, that's pretty split from the ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Walt, thanks for sticking around with us. I really appreciate that. We're having a great time with your miniatures. I really want to print out the mausoleum. I knew it wouldn't fit on my little printer, but now that I have that FDM, I can start printing it out.
Quick question: what can your laser engraver engrave?
So if I have so the printer that I have now it's an FDM printer, but it has a laser engraver attachment. I've seen them do like iPhones and stuff like that. It needs to be something. I don't know if I would do a phone, but it can laser engrave wood. It can do metal. I think
I think if you set it on a low enough power setting, that it won't completely destroy your phone.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm willing to experiment on a phone.
No, that's pretty ballsy. Just like here's my new iPhone 45 that cost me $7,000. Let me go ahead and laser engrave the back of it and watch it explode. Like, no, thank you.
Well, now you can sell pieces of Menards wood that you just cut up. You can laser engrave your logo into them and just sell them.
Hey, you just gave my whole strategy away. That was my retirement plan. Because everybody wants our logo.
Did you remember to trademark it?
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I know there is a Games Played Badly in the UK. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They haven't produced anything in a long time, so I think we're good. But yeah,
Took care of them.
yeah. I sent them a package, so they won't forget.
My lord.
Yeah, right.
No wonder the UK is
No,
losing prime ministers.
I think Walt's out of the UK. I believe that Novamini is actually out of the UK.
Yeah, he's saying that his time zone difference is going to catch up with him soon.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're having a great time. Thanks Novaminis for producing amazing miniatures. If any of you watching want some of these, I will have links to all that information, and you can go there and download to your heart's content. There is, I can't actually, the one that Riley is painting right now, that Hill Giant, I scaled up. I scaled up all of them, but that one is so cool. I'm going to print another one for myself because I really want to paint it. Yeah.
Of course, Riley would take the best one.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, I came down and she had it in front of her. I'm like, which one do you want? She's like, this one. I was like, don't!
But it's my house.
Yeah, Mom.
You said I could pick.
Oh, yeah.
First.
See, that's Sean knew.
I knew.
Sean knew.
Paint licking.
Yeah. So if anyone can see my lips, there's paint all over them, just because that's what happens when I paint.
Because you're very paint deficient right now.
I am paint. I have pica.
Yep, you need
I have
those
pica.
essential paints and pigments to
Right.
keep you alive.
Exactly.
Mike, is it okay if I have a little bit of my water, please?
No.
I'm really thirsty, Mike.
No.
Please. Thank you, sir.
You're so weak. It is. Let's see. What time is it? Yes, I used my nose to open my phone. It's 12:49. So I'm just saying that if you have a cocktail available, it might be time to pop it.
And if anyone's listening, please send help.
Exactly. Blink 3 times.
Oh,
But the camera's not on you, so no one will ever know.
As I'm writing a message on her cloak, save me.
That'd be awesome.
I just gave
Oh,
myself
that'd be
an
really cool
idea.
if you did like graffiti on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't write to save my life.
Oh, no.
I'm a horrible.
No, neither can
Oh
graffiti
my God.
artists. Most of them.
Exactly.
We just lost the urban
The
crowd. Yeah, we lost the urban crowd.
Man, we're just losing people left and right.
Exactly. We have negative viewers.
So Walt is in South Africa, in Johannesburg.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he was in the UK. Okay. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Walt, next collection you release, let me know. I'll download them and print them, and we'll paint them. But these are so cool. Again, this was the closest thing to a Halloween set that I could find, and they helped me kind of pick something out, and I love it. It was great. There's so many. Each miniature actually comes with a base that you can print. I just chose it with this one to use some separate bases that I have. But everything you need is part of that pack, so it's fantastic.
Jamie, you are an artist.
No, I am not. That's the funny part.
Metallics make everyone look good.
Yep, that's why. That's why I wear them all the time, though.
If only you could like paint little sequins on her.
Oh no, he's got a vajazzler.
I'm gonna turn her into a drag queen. Oh, great! We lost the drag crowd.
There goes Nova Scotia. Let me see. I'm going to go with a metallic here for. I'm gonna finally paint that. Oh no, I'm not gonna bother with that. I need to paint his hair, and that'll help define some stuff. So let's see. What kind of hair did he have when he died? I'm thinking like a shock red,
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
Interesting.
No.
That'd be
Interesting.
really cool.
or I could do a blonde.
No.
No blonde. You like red
I
instead?
think the red pops out really nice. I mean, he's a very punky, what is he?
And that.
He's netting.
and that-
Yeah, they are a very punky duo.
They? Or
Yeah.
they as a culture or a
No,
species?
they as there's two of them on one
Oh,
body,
oh.
so
I was like, is that their pronouns?
they're really fun to.
Oh, great. Now we lost.
They are really fun to play in a D&D setting, or in any fantasy setting, because you can have the if you turn the heads against each other,
Oh, that's cool.
they sit there and fight against each other. And you can
That's funny,
mask them or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it like a Demogorgon where the two heads are like equal but opposite to each other?
Wow.
These are all questions that I have never theorized, so I don't even know how to answer you.
Didn't we friend in one of our D&D?
We did.
We friended
In that mushroom cave.
Yeah, that's right.
What was it?
Jib and Jab.
Jib and Jab in Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. We actually, we did a pretty good job with them. Good role playing.
I don't know why it reminded me, but the character on the last episode of Lower Decks, Knick Knack or Knack Knack.
We haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Don't.
Yeah,
don't
we haven't
spoil
watched
Okay,
it.
then I haven't. Then I didn't really
That-
spoil anything.
Who's that?
it. Who dat?
New
It's,
series. Who dis?
he's Joe.
I mean, we know who Knack Knack is, but
Huh?
Knack Knack.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Well, then apparently I watched it without you. I don't know.
What?
Knack Knack.
Paddywhack.
Give a dog a bone? Well, I don't understand.
Lower Decks.
Uh-huh.
Who's Knack Knack?
Knack knack.
You know who it is.
I do?
Because remember, he comes in and saves them at the end. It's like, Knack Knack! Or am I making up a completely separate
great.
show?
You just spoiled it for all the Star Trek viewers who haven't watched
You're
it.
talking...
And they're
They're
the
gone.
holodeck version. It was the holodeck episode, right?
Yeah.
Was that
The
the
viewers
last
are dropping
episode?
like flies.
Was that the last
Yes.
episode that was... Oh, okay. Then we did watch
It was like a continuation of a season 1 episode.
Mm-hmm. I thought there was a new
So,
one.
is Walt still on?
Maybe? I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious about the cloth here. I'm thinking leather, but...
He's saying leather. You're talking about the kilt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying leather.
So what I think I'll do is I will do each panel in a different color, so that way it's patchwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I feel like
No, look at it.
there's
It's
leather
kind of
bits
like
here, but
a
then
sack.
this portion right here,
That's chain.
is
or
it chain
or
is
it's
it,
rivets or something.
or padded leather?
Yeah, it
maybe?
could be.
Oh yeah, it could be chain.
Yeah, but I think what I'll do is I'll try and do each one of those in a separate type of brown or whatever. Okay. That'll be cool. That makes fun and sense and stuff.
Sense and stuff.
And then what I'll do is I'll dry brush the stitching to bring that out.
I feel like his belt, like the little rivety things.
Yeah, I will do those in a metallic. I did something I told everyone not to. I started with a very dark color on that, and I shouldn't have.
Oh, so
Yeah, I
do as I say, not
Exactly.
as I do. Okay.
No, no. This is
So everyone here, don't listen to Mike.
ever.
Just
Yeah, it doesn't really-
rebellion starts right now.
So I think I'm gonna repaint his belt.
Some jerk named Jamie says that Jamie is really amazing. Whoever that guy is.
Gotta give yourself compliments whenever you can. Just saying.
Well, it is really the Jamie show.
It's always.
With his own theme music.
Hey Mike, I was wondering, now that I've been thinking about it for a bit, could you get the Demogorgon to fight itself for eternity?
So now these are serious questions that I have no answer to. So I would imagine you could.
I mean, both of them want to kill the other one, and they want to kill the person. They want to kill the party. So could you just kind of psych them out?
I suppose. I mean, if you role play it well enough, I can make it happen.
If I ever get a chance, let's see if my like 2-3 months of psych class do me well.
Hey, I worked for Dr. Phil. Whoa!
Not
lots
even
of
a
Dr.
doctor
Phil fans.
anymore.
You lost the Oprah crowd.
Yeah, they've been gone for a while.
Yeah, they have been indeed.
My point being, Dr. Phil isn't a doctor anymore. He's just Phil, whatever his last name is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think he lost his license in like 2007.
Shocking.
Did he?
I don't know if he ever had a license.
No, he graduated like an actual doctor, but now Dr. Phil, the TV show, has just been Phil, a random guy that used to be on TV.
Let's see. His wiki says that he holds a doctorate in clinical psychology.
I wonder where he bought that from.
Oprah. Oh, magazine.
I went to Oprah University.
I went to Bowline University.
Oh, great, you lost the Bowline University.
Yeah, not a massive loss.
Oh, God, now we've definitely lost him.
Oh, Dara says Jamie is the best.
Thank you, Dar.
Oh.
Finally, someone realizes my artistic integrity.
Thanks,
Word.
Ma.
Exactly. Son can go spit. Jamie's got Jamie for the win. Okay.
Yeah, switch to Riley's cam. Let's see how she's doing.
Riley's doing really well. She's putting us all to shame.
Ooh, I like that top fur.
Feathers.
She's so good.
Oh, feathers. That's right. That's right.
Oh my god, that'll look really nice with a wash and all the little lines in the feathers.
How long have you been painting?
About 15 minutes. She had that one introductory session with me, and then I was like, "You're good."
Well, I also do like my own painting on like canvases sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's yeah.
I was gonna get mad about it. Like, this is genetics. Unfair advantage.
Well, and you're also a great drawer. You've done a lot of like anime art.
Yeah, I was just asking her about that the other day.
I took a drawing class last year.
Sean, can I bother you for more water or new water? Because I think this is just getting back in my paintbrush.
Me too.
Water boy.
Anyone? Water. Everyone?
I'm good.
Ooh, that looks like coffee. Let's drink.
That is her coffee.
I don't even like
That
coffee.
is-
you know?
No.
That is one thing I will tell people. Make sure that whatever cup you have for your water cup does not resemble anything you would drink, because I have drank the paint water before and I don't recommend it.
I mean, you drink Malort, so...
Yeah. These are all true statements.
The cup.
You know what, Jamie? For your birthday, I'm gonna make
Exactly
you
right.
a
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, no. I'm just really excited to mix these two.
Mix those two.
The silver with the light blue. Azul.
Fresh water. Get 'em while it's fresh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Fresh water.
Thank you.
Fresh water. Café cuppa.
Thank you. Chakotay. No.
I think our cups got mixed. Mine has a blue rim. There we go. You wouldn't want all the
Doesn't
mixes
everyone
of...
want a blue rib? I mean,
Mitchell Goodrich.
Sorry.
Why?
It's the truly talking.
Mm-hmm. Well, the channel's only, what, slightly PG something, 13?
Yeah, I mean, by the way, Sean is wearing his Riverside Game Club t-shirt today, which is awesome. Go Riverside. Belongs forever.
That was a good restaurant. Shame.
What, Bulldogs?
No, Riverside restaurant.
Oh.
Shame that it's gone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been gone for a bit. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Marcy, comment if Riverside is gone, because I remember around the house everybody was making a fuss about something.
Silence phone.
So I'm going through and doing a little wash on the leather with a darker brown, and we'll see if we can get that to pop a little bit.
You want to focus that camera more on your model?
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of low.
I don't know why, but my left wrist and hand hurts.
Because I put you into indentured servitude.
Mm-hmm. You will paint.
You paint now.
You paint now.
So I'm not sure what you can see there, but I put some darker brown on here and I just kind of diluted it. And so you see it's starting to fall into all the crevices, which really makes everything there pop.
Really wish I brought my brushes because now I'm just improvising. But
And if you get, if you end up putting so for instance, that's really dark. If you just dip your brush back into the water and go back over it, it'll dilute it.
Or make it darker.
It can.
And it's supposed to drip and
It hasn't dried, so
Yeah.
it's already dripping down here on the table. So, but
my nice clean table.
There is a technique called pin washing where you basically sit there and drop the wash into the recessed areas that you want it in. If it's not flowing there naturally, you can do that. And you don't want to overwork washes because you move them around. So once they're kind of where they need to be, just leave them alone. If you notice, I just got a big old drop right off the miniature, so that's a little too thin, but it'll be alright. And if you feel like you have too much wash somewhere, you can go ahead and just suck it up or dilute it and get rid of it.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I think Riley's a superstar right now with her amazing miniature that I was going to paint. Nothing.
It's okay, Matt. I think you're pretty awesome.
thanks.
I think I'm pretty good so far, too.
Yours is a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Riley's is amazing. Mike's been doing this for years. I'm just here.
No, and mine looks like
Yours
hot
looks
garbage.
good. Stop.
Yours looks fine. It's just.
It's fine. It's fine.
Wait,
It's
okay,
fine.
so
Not
when you put
helping.
it, no, when you put it that way, then it makes it sound terrible. It's not. It's great.
I think it's time you subscribe to a new channel.
I'll take your shirt back if you want to give it to me. It's
I already,
fine.
all my chips are here, so it's kind of too late.
Was there another giveaway, Mike?
There is another giveaway, actually. If someone can name my favorite,
Person in the world? Yeah, Sean.
then you'd be wrong.
It's obviously Jamie.
Not.
That would be a
I am a
problem.
huge pain in his ass.
Let's see. What is my favorite color? So if anyone guesses my favorite color, there is a gift certificate to Drive Through RPG. And you can go and download some amazing stuff. If you haven't watched any of my creator interviews, I highly recommend it. There are some amazing people who create amazing modules for D&D and other games. If you want to see what those look like, check out our channel, youtube.com/gamesplayedbadly. And but again, my favorite color. If anyone can name my favorite color, I will give them that coveted gift certificate.
So, is it just the color, or do they have to go down to the shade?
Chartreuse.
I
No.
think you have to figure out the hex code. For
Absolutely.
that
If you know
color.
the hex code for my favorite color.
So Marcy guesses gray.
She
Okay.
just wants all the prizes today. doesn't she?
Marcy guesses gray, eh?
Well, now she's changing her mind, and it's blue. That's all you get, Marcy.
No, no more. Blue, okay.
She wants all the prizes.
She doesn't even play these games.
But it's the joy of having
The
them.
joy of rooting for anyone else.
The joy of winning.
I got a book and a random Twitter giveaway. I still believe that something happened. Just magic.
Oh, I happen to know what Twitter giveaway that was. It was mine, you
Yeah,
dodo.
yeah. Just looked you straight in the eye as you ate that paint.
Absolutely.
So yeah, was it Book of Strahd? Strahd?
Yes, it was Strahd.
Book of Strahd. Signed and everything. It was great. Favorite part was the
Signed by who?
signed by you,
Why was it signed by me?
because I asked.
You did ask.
Because
One
it's
of the
Mike
weird-
from Games Played
One of the
Badly.
weirder requests I've had in my life, but that was awesome. Thank you for...
So favorite part of that book was the bag man. Still thinking of ways to use that in, well, the first D&D game I played, because I don't know. I feel like the first game I played, something's gonna happen, and that's just how it's gonna be.
Could be.
If any of you are interested in meeting Mike, he'll be doing book signings at Donald's Hot Dogs.
Exactly. In the bathroom, but they don't have one.
Make sure you mention the channel. Get an extra bag of fries. It could happen.
It could happen. You might also get thrown out. I'm not sure.
Or you.
Yeah. Not me. Yes, me. Let me see. I'm going to borrow one of your colors. I don't feel like giving
Hey,
up.
you bought them. You might as.
They're yours. I'm just going to borrow a drop. A shade.
I'm happy you guys brought colors. Along with my Reaper set, which I'm extremely thankful for, there's about 12 colors. Look at this. I let it dry for too long now. It's just...
Yeah.
Oh. It's like
Walt is heading out.
All right, Walt. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you.
See you, Walt.
Love your miniatures.
See you again, Walt.
I always find it fascinating, the people who design these. I don't understand how they do it, but they do.
Problems, Jamie?
Yeah, I accidentally painted her arm, but it's okay.
Easy enough to fix.
Yep. Happy little mistakes. Look how happy I am.
So happy.
Just on the brink of insanity.
Yeah.
Riley, what was it that Bob Ross would say? Happy little mistakes?
Happy little accidents.
No, and every...
I almost wore a Bob Ross shirt that said, make mistakes in life.
Uh-huh.
Make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now.
Little birds, just little birds. Kind of difficult on a model, but you never know. That could be a bird. They're undead, right? So probably like they ate a bird. And
Oh, those Vallejo paints don't taste good at all.
Stop.
I wouldn't
Stop
expect
eating
them to.
Yeah. It's a habit now. I can't stop.
You know, your pee is going to come out in different colors.
Will it?
Paint.
Let me know if Jerry signs on to watch. She's complaining I'm ignoring her.
You want me to send it?
I let her know that I'm
Oh.
on YouTube Live right now.
Big star.
I mean, every channel needs a face.
If you don't want yours on camera, so we have no face.
Yeah.
Oh, no one's guessed the color yet. Your favorite color.
Okay, well, we'll move on. Next giveaway in 30 minutes.
Let's see, from WD Gaster, which you shouldn't be voting because you're painting.
Yeah.
He guessed red.
Huh?
Sailor Jeff has guessed orange.
Inside information there, Sailor Jeff. Inside information.
Well,
That's
you never
fine.
know. To know you is to love you.
Is it?
Is to know you.
Huh.
Oh God, do I know you?
Yeah. All right. So I think I've got all the base coating done on him, and I've started doing a couple of washes just to test out some stuff. His hair is painted a bloody red,
Ooh.
which should be good. I'm gonna sit back and take a break for a second.
Hey, Matt, how'd you get that green?
Oh, I gave it to him. It's right there.
Oh, can I have some?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Be my guest.
That's nice. The sort of green patina
It's
and the...
metallic.
It came out really good, yeah. So one thing that I've done with my miniature bottles, and I know that Jeff has done them, is I have put in ball bearings. So that way you have something, it's a mixing ball.
Like a nail polish.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they're called. If you go on Amazon and look for them, look for nail polish beads or whatever. But they really help keep the when you shake them, helps mix them up pretty well. Otherwise, if you don't shake them, you end up with suspension all by itself, or a weird color or whatever, and it doesn't coat, and so yeah.
So, who guessed your color?
Well, Jeff did, but
Cheating.
it's all right. I'll Jeff, I'll get you something. All right. I'll get you. How about a T-shirt? You want a T-shirt? I'll get you a T-shirt.
Oh, he was been asking about that too. I mean,
I know he's.
then again, I've been asking for a T-shirt, but you tend to just give.
I
away
ordered some. They're just not here yet.
You give away my T-shirts to everyone else. Jeez.
The people who actually watch my stuff as opposed to complain about it.
I put it on in the background.
That's most people. It doesn't make for a bad podcast.
No, it doesn't.
So I started going through all those videos and just stripping the sound out. And I was going to go ahead and do a podcast somewhere and just throw all the audio files up there. I just haven't done it yet.
Mm.
Well, if you do, I don't have a Spotify, so just know I'm listening.
It's the exact same interviews you've already heard. So
Well, I think I could set up the website to host podcasts.
Mhm.
It's just you just need a whatever music audio player you need to.
John. So I look at all your palettes and here's mine. It's like bleep 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 bleep. He's like, which is fine. It's fine. Just I have nothing to go on right now. I feel like my miniature looks like crap.
Yeah, have hope.
I do. Well, I know once the bits come on, it'll look good. But right now, it kind of looks like a hot mess.
Looks cool.
Yeah, and the green is settling nicely. So like the.
It automatically has shadow.
Oh, is that what's happening?
It's
Okay.
that's how it's showing up right now.
Yeah.
I haven't even done a wash on it yet, so I'm gonna do a wash with this darker
Rusted bronze.
Arco green and let that settle, and that should do something. And then I'm gonna go through and highlight with a little bit lighter green to kind of bring out the skeletal remains.
So I just picked the most difficult I could have picked. The one with the only miniature. with
I
the
was just
moving
thinking
object.
about that when I was thinking about painting that. I'm like, I have to hold that bell completely still, otherwise it is a disaster. It's hard to do. Now, Matt, you can add water to the paint that you have on that cardboard to keep it wet. But that's the reason why wet palettes, outside of using metallics, are a really good thing. Or you have a metallic pad that you just use for that. So, like... So how are you, Sean?
I think I'm having a hot flash. I don't know what's
I
going
thought you
on.
could say heart attack.
There. We got to pause the stream, unfortunately, because Sean's having
It's
a
not
heart
a heart
attack.
attack. It's just a hot flash.
A hot flash.
Yeah, I'm having. Ooh.
15-minute intermission. Sean's currently dying.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back after he's dead.
Put the technical difficulties logo on.
Jeez, it's already been 2.25 hours.
Absolutely. It goes by quick.
Yeah, when you're having fun.
Mm.
That's great.
Oh. There we
This is actually very therapeutic. I haven't had any negative thoughts in an hour.
go.
Same.
You lost the psychos?
No, I didn't say that.
We lost the psychos.
And don't forget and come back.
And we lost the dementia patients.
Oh, they're not going to remember anyway.
They're gonna forget and come back.
Oh, God, no. Cut, edit.
We are going down the wrong path on this.
we're
Let's,
not, yep.
So one of the things that I do is these dropper bottles are really great. I don't like Citadel paints from the standpoint of I don't like pots. I think they're... For me, I'm clumsy and I knock them over and spill them. So I like dropper bottles. But I get these empty dropper bottles and I fill them with water, or I have some that have what's considered a blending medium. So that way I can do some blending with that. But they're really easy to measure when you're looking at ratios. So 1 drop of this, 2 drops of this, whatever. But yeah, I recommend them.
You also fill it with booze.
Yes.
You need a drop of booze.
Just when the painting conventions get too boring.
Yep. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see. All right, so I'm gonna do a dark wash or a darker green wash on this miniature to bring out all of the recessed details, and we'll see how that works out. Again, you can work washes a bit. You don't want to work them too much because then they're not where you want them to be. But if they pool, just dry your brush out a little bit and go suck them up if you need to. Let's,
Oh yeah, I like that red hair.
looks good, doesn't it?
Is that? Did you do that for the beard too?
I did.
Oh, nice.
And that was a mixture of red with whatever brown I had on the palette. So it's pretty unscientific right now, but
Although it'd be a funny story if you gave one red hair and the other one blonde.
oh, that would be a great story. Good idea. Maybe I'll do that.
They're not from the same mom. Wait, how does that work?
Exactly. I don't know. I like that Walt was on here to give us some information about that, though. I not know that they were a descendant of an orc, because they're monstrous size. I mean not monstrous, but they're
As big as a hill giant, or
no, not as big as a hill giant, but they're big.
Yeah.
So is that what happens with an orc and a giant mix?
I don't know. I don't know the etymology of it.
Let's look it up. Let's see what Google says.
There's probably some nerd out there who has categorized.
Just
the
lost the
etymology.
nerds. Just lost the nerds.
Oh, what else are they doing? Going on dates?
Oh my god! Whoa! Okay.
Okay, we've been paying a little too long. We're all angry now.
Exactly. We're starting to get a little punchy.
I got punched in the face during a game of Monopoly. Megan.
Megan.
But anyway. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. You've gotten over it.
Clearly.
Alright, so an Eton, or also known as a Boggle, or Bogil, is Northumbrian and Scots term for a ghost or folkloric being, used for a variety of related folkloric creatures, including shellycoats, barghest, brags, headley cow, and even giants such as those associated with Cobb's Causeway. I don't know what that means. Also known as Ettins, Utens, Yetins, Jotens, Utes. No. Those Utes.
These two Utes.
Excuse me, what?
Fred Gwynn.
In Northumberland and... Oh, gosh, all right. Too long.
North Haversham and...
All right. Let's look at the D&D definition.
Forgotten Realms has been real good. That's still a thing, right? Forgotten Realms?
Yeah, you know who follows me on Twitter? Ed Greenwood, who wrote the Forgotten Realms. It was his... He is Elminster, for those who have read books and are familiar with that type of stuff. I don't know why he follows me. I'm thankful. He's a real sweet guy, and I chat once in a while. And but it is an honor to have him even keeping track of what I'm doing. So I would love to, Ed, if you're watching this, which you're not, but I would love to have you on the show to interview. But he's been interviewed so many times.
Yeah, but not by you.
This is true. And until you're interviewed by me, you're not interviewed.
You're nobody.
You're nobody till somebody loves you.
Alright, so Etten, as defined by Dungeons and Dragons. It is a foul, two-headed giant with the crude characteristics of an orc. It never bathes if it can help it, and its thick skin is usually encrusted with a thick layer of dirt and grime beneath the stinking hides it wears. Its long, stringy hair hangs in an unkempt mess about its faces.
You're describing Mike.
Hey! Settle down.
Yeah, you need a shower.
I just did. I took mine once a week.
His scheduled.
And its breath reeks from mouths filled with
Hey!
teeth and tusks.
I guess again, too close to home.
Reeks of my lords.
Let's see. Dual personality. The twin heads of an Etten are two individuals trapped in the same brutish body. Each head has its own mind, personality, and name, and possesses unique preferences and quirks. Bound from birth, both minds only rarely experience privacy or solitude. This familiarity breeds contempt, and an Etten bullies and argues with itself constantly. Its two heads each taking constant offense at the other's slights. When other creatures refer to an Etten, they combine its double names to form a single compound name that applies to the creature as a whole. If an Etten has only one head named Hargle and the other named Vargle, other creatures call the Etten Hargle-Vargle. Hargle-Vargle. Or like Jib Jab. Let's see. As much as an Etten argues with itself, it is even less tolerant of other Ettens, since a conversation between two Ettens almost always amounts to a shouting match between a crowd of four belligerent heads. Most Ettens are solitary creatures, as a result, tolerating one another only to reproduce.
They reproduce?
I don't want to think of a female Etten.
Oh god.
Well, they have to come from somewhere.
I guess so. But...
I would guess like dead trolls or trees.
I just figured they were magical creations. They were born out of
like an owl bear.
So this is where the Orcish connection comes in. In ancient dialects of Common, the word Etten translates as ugly giant. Legends tell
Jesus. Poor guys.
Legends tell of orcs that once stumbled upon a temple to Demogorgon, the magic of which transformed them into giant mockeries. Good job, Matt. Giant mockeries of the twin-headed prince of demons. Driven to near madness, these creatures scattered into the wilderness to become the first Ettens. Whatever the truth of the Ettens' origins, orcs treat them as distant cousins, and orc tribes often entice Ettens to serve as guards, scouts, and marauders. An Etten isn't particularly loyal to its orc handlers, but the orcs can win it over with the promise of food and loot.
Food and loot.
Very interesting.
I told you they had something to do with them.
Ooh.
Well, now you know your Debbie Gorgon question.
Debbie Gorgon.
Debbie. I'm Debbie the Gorgon.
My name's Debbie.
Debbie Gorgon.
And I'm a Gorgon, but like, oh my gosh, just
Whatever, Becky. Oh, we just lost the Karens.
Yeah, do we really want to keep them? I'm trying to make a dried blood color, but I keep ending up with brown.
Realism is the way to go.
Yeah, okay. I did the same thing, and mine came out pretty good. So you're going to have to use a very dark brown, so maybe that. Put a drop of that with a drop of red and combine them and see what it looks like. Don't do anything with what you already have. Do those two separate.
Yeah. Now the only thing I can think of is like an Etten with like a really thick Scottish accent, and then the other head has like
Is Irish.
Yeah.
They just go at it all the time.
all the time.
One buys drinks, the other one doesn't want to pay. Well, we lost the Scots.
We're going international.
I love everyone who watches. Thank you guys for being here. We're just having a good time. I think, aren't we? We're having a good time, aren't we? They're all chained. Look, I'm not gonna release you out of your chains unless you finish this stuff.
I thought you said earlier that they didn't have to finish it. Now they have to finish it.
Oh no, they don't have to finish it.
Okay.
They just don't have to. They just don't want to go home.
They just can never leave.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
that-
80s singer?
Debbie Gibson.
Oh, never mind.
Debbie Gibson Gorgon.
Alright, let's see. What do we got? I think I'm going to do the gray now. I'm going to do a dark wash on the gray. With Mountain Stone. So I used a lighter gray for the wraps, and so it looks like he has basically cloth wrapped around his hands and feet. And so I am going to.
But wouldn't it be like dirty cloth?
It will be when I'm done with it. I think.
Dirty.
Or maybe he's freshly mown. I don't know. Well, no. Then again, they don't wash themselves, so
Right.
I'll have to do something about that. But let's see. It's a little bit too much paint. That's not thin enough. Wet it down. Let me see if I wet this down a little bit further. Washes are tough to get the right consistency, but the nice thing about it, all you have to do is add more water. So, unless you make them so soupy that they don't, that they just run off the miniature altogether. But
I kind of forgot we were live streaming for a second.
yeah, it happens.
It's like, yeah, my mother, my sister, and a couple other people can just constantly hear me.
Yes.
So just like at home. I need a snack.
Okay.
Anyone want a snack?
Do you want to take a little 15-minute?
You want to take a 15-minute?
Let's take a 15-minute. We love you guys. We'll be back. Everyone's getting a little munchy.
Marcy, take Myrtle outside.
Marcy, take Myrtle outside. That's what live streams are for.
Yeah.
Just passive-aggressive reminders.
There you go.
All right. Well, we will see everyone in 15.
15. Hey everybody, we're back. All right, so we're on our home stretch here. I think everyone's starting to get hungry, and they are making tremendous progress on all their miniatures. We will do a final wrap up with everybody when we get ready to sign off. But for now, what I want to do is kind of go through these bases, which are just outstanding. So let me see. I don't have a camera in front of me. There, we probably maybe reorient this one down.
No. I'm not, well, you're off.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
let me switch to your camera.
thank you.
There you go.
So all these skulls down here are just phenomenal, and I'm gonna do a quick base coat on there so we can get to the wash, which is going to be outstanding. I'm just so super excited about this. If I can remember where I got these bases from, I will let you know. It was a Kickstarter several years ago, and I knew they were going to come in handy, and I backed them, and all of them are fantastic. They have sci-fi bases, they have all sorts of different ones. So I'm going to go through and just do a quick coating on all this. I am not going to be done with my miniature when all this is over, which is fine. Our goal was not to finish the miniatures. It was just to sit around and have a good time. But, depending on how complicated the miniatures are and, how much effort you want to put into them, you could paint these for weeks. It's completely up to you. Although I feel like people down here are starting to feel like captives. So I have to release them from their chains at some point. Otherwise, they call the cops.
Help, he hasn't let us eat.
Exactly. And we've got to get some pizza in these guys.
Blink into the camera if you're safe.
I have to say thank you again to everyone who's watched, to the people who follow me, to my guests who have been very gracious to spend their Saturday afternoons with me. To my husband. You have a whole slide dedicated to you. Leave it alone.
My name's only part of that.
Okay. Moving on. But, so if you notice, I'm using something called matte parchment. And this stuff is really good for old bone, something that's been around for a while. This will look good with the black wash I'm going to throw in this, because the wash is going to settle in all the eye sockets for all the skulls. That sounds morbid, but it is. And it's a Halloween stream, so why not be morbid? I haven't gotten any highlighting on this miniature, so I may do a separate stream with me trying to finish this thing up. I don't know. I'd like to finish it. And this microphone is super sensitive, so zabba zabba zabba. But again, I appreciate those of you who have joined us and spent your Saturday afternoon as well as my in-person guests. I hope we can do this again. I had a great time, lots of fun, lots of laughter. Didn't give away a whole bunch of stuff. Marcy, you're the big wiener with the shirt. But I will hold on to those for the next stream. Jeff, your shirt's coming. Don't start bitching. Oh, I didn't say that. No, now it's PG-13.
PG,
Oh no. Oh no. So Sue and Jeff are doing an amazing thing with their front room, where they're turning their front room into this game room, and I'm super excited to see what that looks like. That's gonna be a lot of fun. All right. So I think we'll have just enough time for me to go through and wash this. I gotta wait for everything to dry. If you can find the what are they called? Quick shades. They're amazing. They're really, really good. I'm going to use one of these strong tone quick shades to go ahead and wash everything. It's basically a wash in a bottle. So you don't have to worry about consistency. The medium's perfect. Should be good. I want to make sure I'm not laying this on too thick, so I'm going to go through and fill in all the eye holes, which are all the amazing details that I want to bring out. So I'm going to go through and sop up whatever's extra here.
You pass me the pokey tool.
Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Yeah. For some reason, the water got stuck. That's what I was freaking out about. Sorry for
water got
ruining the shot.
No, you didn't ruin the
Yeah,
you didn't
look.
ruin anything.
Look.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that's even capable of happening.
I don't know either, to be honest, but okay.
Magic happens in this basement.
Well, moving on.
Who said what? What?
What? Who said who? All right. Riley, how you doing over there?
Good.
You've been fantastic. You're a natural.
I'll give her that. She kept a straight face the entire time.
She has indeed.
It's a really cool color that you're using in your skulls.
Yeah, again, it's this treasure map, and I feel like that's gonna look really good because it's like old. Supposed to like bright white skulls, like they've been bleached in the sun.
Yeah.
This is a very dark climate that he's from, I guess. I don't know, but this will be cool.
I'm trying to wash, but it's not washing how I want to wash.
What are you trying to wash?
You need a thicker brush.
The bricks and the stone.
Yeah, if you want to use a thicker brush and water it down a little bit more and start from the top, and just let it run.
Like this one that I've been using to mix it, or like this one.
What number is that one?
3.
Okay, that might be a good one. I think it's actually that one on the end.
This one.
Yeah, that's definitely the one you're gonna want to use.
All right.
Just saturate it with paint. Don't again dip it all the way in there, but get enough paint on there where you can just drop it in there. And if for some reason it looks like it's coming out too thick, just add more water to your brush and go over it, and it'll settle. So I'm gonna let this dry real quick. Do I want his eyeball to be that same color? Maybe. I don't know. Let me add a little white to that. I have a holy white. So as you can see, this is something you can definitely do with your family. It's not terribly expensive. and it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to spend an afternoon, especially in the winter. In the winter is fantastic.
Because then we really don't have anywhere to go.
Well, it's not even that you don't have anywhere to go. You don't want to go anywhere. Okay. I'm going to do that exact same thing in the mouth. In the mouth. Good base coat. There we go. Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Could you?
All right, so I'm gonna finish this one up. You guys are doing such a good job. That looks like it's straight out of the Catholic Church. It's amazing. That bell tower looks awesome. See, and that wash is working, right? You see how it's running down?
I mean, sorta. I mean, I'm kind of brushing the wash into the crevices because
Yeah, that's pin washing. You can do that. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There
Yeah.
it goes.
And if you brush it over, if it's thin enough and you brush it over the actual brick, you'll get the texture that comes through. Wow, good job. That's such a cool modeling. You took it away from me. Stuck with this inferior. No, I'm just kidding. Novaminis has done a great job with these. I am going to do something I want to do all day, which is I am
Just
going.
MVP.
It's like gold and silver.
Mm-hmm. That is fantastic.
I did his brain.
Oh, nice. Brain.
That's awesome.
Really, I'm gonna need you to stop.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this quick wash over this.
Switch over to you.
So this color's going to darken with this wash. I'm actually going to water it down even further. I don't think that paint is completely dry, so I'm going to probably end up blending the two colors, but that's alright. I am using a dryish brush to go ahead and sop up the mess that I just made because I'm an idiot. And I will wait patiently for this to dry. Whoops.
By the way, big props to you, Mike, for teaching us all these cool techniques. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That's very nice.
'Cause I have never picked up a paintbrush in my life, and so
You guys are doing great.
Well, I know that, but what
I'm
saying
going by
is-
pure luck and instinct right now.
But that's the thing is, anybody can do this. You just got to play with it. And again, as I told you guys before the stream, it's just paint. So at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, you can strip the miniature or repaint it or whatever you want to do. But I thank you for spending time with me on the interwebs.
I like
My
that kilt,
pleasure.
Mike. Like that.
Does that look
It
good?
looks
Like
fantastic.
yeah.
You have browns and grays. Like it's.
I got the reds in there
It's
too.
very patchworky.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was the thing I was thinking of.
I love that. Let's see. I'm gonna wander around and pay everyone
Great
compliments.
peoples.
Ooh, that's nice too. It almost has this like Matt's is very guillotine like. Let me
Yeah.
switch over. It has this, yeah. It has like a very guillotine kind of look to it.
I mean, I did cover parts of it in blood. I mean, there's this little wooden part at the bottom which just has dried blood all over it.
Yeah.
So something happened.
Yeah, something bad happened there. Oh, I like the bell too.
Thanks. It
The
was your
leathering
suggestion.
and yeah, that looks fantastic. Now I'm gonna switch over to Jamie.
Get away from me.
No, Jamie. Jamie needs some well-earned compliments.
Nope. No, I don't.
Jeez, I can see all the details in the brick.
See, when you do it and you kind of let it sit, it settles where it needs to settle. And you can ruin miniatures when you prime them. If you over prime them or it's too thick or you're not far enough away, then you end up removing all that detail that you would get normally. So.
Oh, I didn't know that there were all these skulls at our feet.
Mm-hmm. Aren't those awesome?
So that's Mary, and those are the apostles.
Ooh, boof.
And there goes the Christians.
Yeah, well, he lost those years ago.
Halloween live stream, we just we lose every major
Demographic.
ethnic, religious, all of them gone.
Oh, likey. A little red gem in her chest.
I,
That was fantastic.
The bleeding heart.
I
The
think,
sacre coeur.
I think we still got France.
Mm-hmm.
We got that.
Well, we did until I said sacre coeur.
Yeah.
And now they're gone.
I'm gonna call her the Virgin of
The land.
The cemetery virgin.
Saint of Perpetual Hunger.
That's
I'm so proud of my babies. Mm-hmm. All doing such nice things. And I'm just sitting here slaving over a video board.
Hey, we wouldn't be on if you weren't.
I just give you nice angles and good lighting. So King Julian over on Twitch is asking what kind of paints. Shall we list off the paints that you've been using?
So I am using a Reaper paints primarily. I got Vallejo paints for our in-studio guests, which are fantastic on their own. Relatively inexpensive. This set I think was $15 or $20 plus the brushes, which were like another $10. So they were able to start painting for I don't know, $30. I got these little wet palettes for them, and those weren't terribly. I think they were $9 or $10, and they come with not only the wet palette, but they also come with storage underneath for all your brushes. These shades that I'm using are actually quick shades from Army Painter, and they're really good. I do have their contrast paints. I have not had a chance to use them yet. And I really want to, and I just haven't had time. And I thought I was going to use them for this stream, but I'm so unaware of how they function that I didn't want to do that live and screw everything up. And thanks for watching us on Twitch. That's outstanding. We're a newer channel. We have an old channel, but
But I don't know how to transfer access.
We kind of lost some access to it, so this is our new channel. And hopefully I'll be streaming more often with miniature painting and game reviews and things like that. I'm going to stream interviews that I do with content creators, which should be a lot of fun. Those have been really good interviews. If you get a chance, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamesplayedbadly, and you'll see all of our YouTube content. If you go to our website, gamesplayedbadly.com, you'll see everything that we have, which is all on YouTube anyway. So, but thanks for asking a question. That's awesome. I don't think there's anything. There's such a thing as a bad paint. Some of them are a little bit more difficult to work with than others, but you can start. They're less expensive craft paints that you can use. It's just how you manipulate them. These are a little bit easier to work with because they're built for a certain task. But I think anything would work. If you're looking to get into it, the biggest expense you're going to have is just trying to find a miniature that you want to paint. I use what they call rattle can primer, which is basically Rust-Oleum. So nothing super, super complicated or super expensive. And that works out really well. We're also on Twitter at badly_games. So if you have specific questions and you want to at me or message me, by all means, please do so. Yeah, I like the way his kilt came out. It's pretty sweet. Patchwork.
I think I'm done.
Perfection.
I wanted that like brightness to get really like
Dingy.
like it's been sitting somewhere.
Yeah, that
abandoned.
works. That actually looks really good, Jamie. The wash on there worked.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like,
It dulled everything down.
Yeah, because it was really bright. It did look like the
Perfection.
Virgin Mary, but that
Yeah, and it looks really good.
But it has
Great
an
job.
age quality to it.
it
Yeah.
looks like it's been abandoned.
Right.
In some creepy horror place.
It looks like if you take the little thing off right there that you start a boss fight. That's where do you think the skulls came from?
Mm-hmm. All right, how's everybody doing? We're good? All right, so I think Sean wants to try and show our miniatures off real quick before the stream ends, or do you want to just take pictures?
I could totally do that. Let me set up a camera angle to do that. I am going to steal...
You got the prettiest weeping angel they've
Let's see,
ever
I'm going to
found.
steal Jamie's camera.
Since he's
Sorry,
done.
Jamie. You're a star.
You're a star, baby. You're a star.
You're a star. And somehow not wreck everything else. Let's hope.
Did you crack your...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, you can do whatever you want. That's fine. I just figured we'd order pizza and relax. But if you would like to continue to work, by all means.
Oh, of course.
That's cool, actually. It's like you're between her wings.
I'm the wind between your wings. Again, the shirts that I wear on all of my videos and the Games Play Badly shirt is available at gemfirefly.com. Do a search for Badly or Games Play Badly. If you go up to Gem Firefly and you decide to buy any shirts, use our discount code BADLY15, BADLY 15 at checkout, and that'll give you 15% off. And we have an interview show where I interview TTRPG creators. We have another show where we're learning how to play Warhammer. And then, obviously, I have my miniature painting stuff that I haven't been doing as much because I've been painting a lot of Warhammer stuff. So, but we're going to get back to that.
Let's see. Who wants to be first?
Start with Jamie's.
Can you pass me the ebony flesh,
Yeah.
please?
I can, absolutely. That is something I didn't think I'd hear on camera.
What?
Ebony
Her
flesh.
wings, actually.
Well,
Wings?
Like the way I did.
never mind.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there goes another demographic. I don't know which one, but everything we say every 5
Right,
minutes
exactly.
destroys some level of Oh my god.
That looks really good.
Pitch you forward just a tad. A little white box.
Oh, is it delayed?
What's that?
Is the stream delayed?
No, why?
Why? Something wrong?
Oh, it is. Yes, it's definitely delayed.
Oh yeah, there's like a 2 or 4 second delay.
At least.
Alright. Because I'm looking at Jamie's thing, I was like, why can't I see myself seeing myself?
All right, let's see. We will show off Jamie's first. It's very pretty. Very nice. Yeah, that wash really did up the gold nicely. I like
Yeah,
that.
it took it down just a little bit, and then yeah, it looks really really good. I haven't even gotten any of the metallics on mine. I was so busy whitewashing, and
You're always whitewashing.
as soon as that escaped my mouth, I was like, "Why'd I say that?"
Well, there.
Oh, it looks really good in
I don't know,
the
I think
box.
it's-
Yep, that's what it's meant to do.
Oh, darn. Cheap little box.
It came for free.
What did it come with?
It came with one of my not for free, but I mean it came with one of my ReaperCon kits.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
So you
it's
just
really-
got it for free? No repercussions? Sorry.
Reaper Conscience.
You
Yeah.
just had to.
Oh
I had to.
Lord,
I
I
had
tell
to,
you.
you know.
Yeah, we'll be here for another 15 minutes if you want to hear bad jokes.
Mm.
All right, Riley, tell me a joke. If you're like your dad, I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
Oh God.
What do you get when you give a dinosaur a cowboy hat and boots?
You have to say it a little bit louder. I think people can't hear you in the back.
What do you get when you give a dinosaur cowboy boots and a hat?
I don't know.
A Tyrannosaurus Tex.
All right, Sean.
You are your dad.
Sean, what's your joke?
I don't have a joke. I don't have jokes like that. Especially that bad. No. That's my joke.
Mine is two peanuts walk into a bar and one was assaulted.
Oh.
Jamie, do you have one?
God, this is gonna insult people. It's not really bad, but my favorite bad joke is a dyslexic walks into a bra.
Oh, nice. That works. All right, Matt, what do you got?
No, mine are just offensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
We'll,
yes.
we'll leave that alone. Yeah, we'll leave that one there. Yeah,
Were
for the
these-
purpose of the internet. Oh, so those are tombstones that misprinted, but I thought in the context of being in an old like cemetery, they would work.
Yeah.
So
I
They're
think they
so
look fine.
old, the stone warped
Oh.
to the side.
these were originally
Beautiful.
the miniatures that. So what we're looking at now are some tombstones that I printed out, which are included with this kit, this pack, and they are a little askew, shall we say?
Mhm.
But I thought they would look really good if you're doing some cemetery scene, and it would be cool. So.
Oh my God, Riley, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then the black wash there, and oh, look at that! What's she doing there? What's
Little
what's
brown
going on? What's
wash?
going on?
She's turned out too black, but I'm trying to like get into the crevices.
Oh, you're trying to do a wash.
Like a really light one.
Okay, so
So-
what you're doing is a dry brush.
It's a dry brush.
Okay, so you're gonna do a dry brush, so it's not gonna get in the cracks.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Marcy has a joke.
Oh, Marcy,
Ah,
what's
geez,
the joke?
Marcy.
She says, "How does the moon cut his hair?
I don't know.
Eclipse it."
Oh goodness, baby.
Thanks, Marcy. You kind of
the-
saved me.
The peanut gallery is now cut off. Mute chat. Moderator. All right, who are you gonna put in there next?
Who wants to be next?
They're still painting. Go ahead and throw mine in there.
Okay.
I'm nowhere near done, but I actually really like how the kilt is starting to come out.
I'm just adding a wash
I
to
think it's
the
mostly dry.
carvings.
How are you?
It's the bottom is that's probably fine.
Okay.
Probably.
Ooh, you're a big boy, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. Steady.
Steady.
All right, and what am I? Oh, wait. All right, and big reveal.
So I'm really happy with the base, the way it turned out with that map paint. And then I used a strong tone on that. It came out pretty good. There's still work to be done on that, but that's a lot of miniature I have to paint. Now Riley's gonna make me look stupid because hers is even bigger and hers looks way better than mine.
I feel inadequate.
You guys did great. Absolutely great.
Yeah, but now I got 3 masterpieces, and then I just got
No,
mine.
that looks fantastic. I like that green titanium on that. That looks really good.
Oh, this
Thanks.
is nice and cool. Up close.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That face. Just
Mhm.
creepy.
It is creepy.
Oh, you didn't paint the axe. That would have been.
I didn't get to it yet.
Yeah.
But in the interest of time, so people don't have to watch a 7-hour stream,
Uh-huh.
I'll come back to it.
But I feel like they're like pock marks or stab wounds.
There
or
are,
something
yeah.
like
I was gonna
that.
do that, but since he's already undead, I didn't want to do like bright blood. I was gonna kind of do a darker color in there, but I haven't done it yet. So that's how far I got. Then again, I was talking too much.
Main camera's on you. Hope
Yeah,
you know
I
that.
wish.
We lost subscribers.
All right, Riley. Yeah, put your brush down.
Wait.
You know, it's not a race. You can still
No, I
work on
want-
it
no,
after.
I
Leave her.
wanna
She's a
finish it.
perfectionist. I get it.
She wants to be perfect. Leave her alone.
But it's not. It'll be fine.
It is perfect.
Ooh, I like the I like the
All
hair.
right, we'll do
Everything
Matt's.
else. Matt's is next.
The bells toll for thee.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is fantastic. Look at that.
Thanks.
All right, let's hope I can place it. And
So we just pull this off.
not
Then?
destroy everything.
You can't. You have 50 sheets, so you can dump it if you want to.
Yeah. Well, I'm done. So.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And here's Matt's bell. The bells toll for thee.
So nice.
Let's angle up a tad.
So, Mike, for us that are new to using these sponges, do you have to dry them afterwards, or do you leave them wet, or?
You can leave them wet. The big thing with those is they will mildew. Well, actually, and that's a synthetic sponge, so I'm not sure if that one even mildews.
Okay.
But I know that the pallets that I've had, they will mildew, and so if they sit out for a while, they're gonna smell. So washing them is not a bad thing, or letting them dry out. What I also do is in my when I'm using a wet palette, I'll put a little dish detergent under the sponge, and that helps cut down on mildew. So as a matter of fact, that I have one upstairs that you used when you were trying to paint for the first time. That one is the exact same sponge I've had in there forever, and it has not mildewed yet. So it's actually in still pretty good shape. Some people use pennies. And you'll put pennies underneath the sponge, and that attracts the mildew, I think. I think that's what I read. I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm impressed by that bell. I love the patina, that like
Yeah, good
know,
job.
bell and the little chain links and that top crown portion.
Another shout out to Novaminis for amazing sculpts. They've done a really good job. These have been a lot of fun to paint and a lot of detail. They print really well. These are scaled up, as I mentioned before. These are all scaled up 150, well, at 50% basically. So just for ease of painting, they would be traditional 28 to 32 millimeter sculpts, except for the giants, which are the ones that Riley and I are painting. Those tend to be a little bit bigger, but
Alright, Riley do.
it's time. We're coming to get you.
Time's up. Pencils down.
Wait.
No, that's okay. Show what you got now.
I just want to finish the arm.
Bells are told and all that.
That is fantastic.
There.
Are you sure? Are you
Yes.
sure? Okay.
We're not doing a one shot after this, right?
No,
Okay.
but we're gonna do a one-shot pizza. We're gonna hang outside.
Alright.
I had thought about it. I just didn't have time to write it.
Oh my god, those skulls look awesome.
Don't they? These washes from Army Painter are really good.
Alright, and here is Riley's. That's so nice. I love how the feathers come out.
Wow.
And like the little rivets as part of his what would you call it? I guess his tunic, chains, and then there's little gold bits up there. That's fantastic. Yeah, and then once you get a wash down on those skulls, that's going to come out really nice. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, you know, I didn't notice, like, he's not, like, his tunic is sort of just hanging off of him, because he's, you know, he's obviously lost weight from being dead. And,
as one does.
yeah. And it's like, like you could really tell, like it's just this, you know, piece of fabric hanging off of it.
Good sculpt.
Yeah,
Really good
it is
sculpt.
a good sculpt. That's very nice. I love it. Oh, everyone did such good work. Yay. What do you want?
I don't know. What do we discuss at the end?
I don't know. We can. What have we learned today? Let's go back to you. What have we learned today?
Hi. So I think I hope everyone here has learned that you can paint miniatures with little money, a little effort, a little elbow grease, and a little knowledge, and you can make things look amazing. And it's some simple techniques make it look like you spent a lot of time doing things when it took you a lot less time to do things. But we've been doing this for 3 hours and 20 minutes with a couple breaks. But I'm hoping that everyone who has watched realizes that if you want to do this, don't be intimidated by it. It's just paint. It's just paint, and if something goes wrong, you take the paint off and you start over again. It's not a big deal. So I appreciate everyone joining us today, and throw up our thank you.
Yeah. We'll throw up the thank yous.
I want to thank Riley for being here, and Matt for being here, and Jamie for being here, and my amazing husband Sean for being our executive producer and making sure that all this works. And again, if you like the content, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're watching this on, go ahead and make sure that you connect with that and follow us. We're going to start doing some more of this. And then it's what kind of Halloween stream would it be if I didn't hand out candy? Right? So everyone
Don't
gets...
Put it up. Oh, like, don't put it up there.
No, here's a little candy bar for you. Candy bar for you. Candy bar. And Sean, you want a candy bar?
I want a candy bar.
There we go. And we're all going to sit here and eat our candy. We're going to sit here and eat our candy. And thank you to Novaminis again for amazing miniatures. And Gem Firefly for always being amazing. Matt, we love you. And we will be back with you again soon. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. Again, subscribe.
Let's see how many people we can offend in the last 10 seconds.
No,
let's not.
Go.
This was fun.
We got to save some of our fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Heart on candy right there.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you next time.